Yo, what is up, guys? So we got a bunch of new Yu-Gi-Oh cards coming out, and let's go ahead and check them out and talk a little bit about them. So first off, we got a new Dragunity Synchro, then we got some more supports for the Borealo and Rokket cards, and that's kind of cool because that archetype, it's just so slow. Everything's like during the end phase. Hopefully some of the new support will be a little bit faster because I thought they looked really cool, but I feel like it was like a noob bait kind of a deck, but who knows, maybe they'll actually be good. And then also we got another Dragunity card that I wanted to go over, and then lastly, there's some new cards coming out in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links that I kind of want to check out. I haven't checked out the list. In fact, some of you guys were like, dude, Duel Links is going to get crazy pretty soon. But I don't know what the list is. We're going to check it out in just a second. But first off, let's go ahead and check out the new Dragunity Synchro monster. So, first off, this is Dragunity Knight Harloon. So it is a level 6 Wind Dragon Synchro Tuner effect monster with 1200 attack and 1900 defense points. Let's go ahead and check out its effect. So, synchro materials are 1 Dragunity tuner and 1 plus non-tuner monster, so that's pretty easy for a Dragunity deck. But it says you can use the first and second effects with this card's name only once per turn each. Okay, so the first effect is this card is special summon. You can target a Dragunity monster graveyard and equip that monster to this card. Okay, pretty standard. The second effect says if this card is sent to the graveyard, you get to target 1 Dragunity monster you control, equip this card to that monster you control and his equipped spell with this effect. The equipped monster gains 1,000 attack and defense. That's actually really good. That can support a lot of other cards, obviously, that you would be bringing out. But it is only going to be a Dragunity monster that you control. So there's a 3,300 attacker, and now you can make it so it's 43, I guess. That's kind of cool. And also, then one of the newer Dragunity cards, like the new Synchro, actually brings you another Dragunity anyways when it gets destroyed. So you can bring back this, and then you can have an extra card, then obviously Phalanx or whatever you go for as attachment to equipping it to this, you have another card. So it's definitely a decent card, but at the end of the day, I don't think this is like gonna make Dragunities like super strong, but it definitely is some decent little support. Anyone that plays Dragunities, let me know what you think of this card. It definitely isn't a bad card, but again, it's not on that level of like, okay, we know for sure it's gonna be tier 0. But anyways, let's check out the new Boreal and Rokket cards. So anyways, first off, we got the Beryl Sword Dragon, or Boreal Sword Dragon, Link 4 Dark Dragon Link effect monster, 3,000 attack, and its Link arrows are in the top, middle, left, and bottom. And anyways, the Link materials are 3 effect monsters, and it cannot be destroyed by battle. And once per turn, as a quick effect, you target 1 attack position monster, change to defense position. Also, this card can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Your opponent's cards and effects cannot be activated in response to this effect's activation. Not bad. And then once per turn, when this card declares an attack on a face-up monster, you can activate this effect. This card gains attack equal to half the monster attack, and if it does, that monster attack is half. Okay, so you could definitely like get rid of multiple monsters, but Boreal Dragon is just like so dang strong already, and it is a Link 4, so that is kind of an investment, but at the end of the day, it's still, that's a decent card. Definitely, I would assume people would be playing it, and this can get rid of potentially 2 monsters, and it also makes something go to defense position, and also they can't, your opponent's cards and effects cannot be activated in response to it, but obviously they would more than likely stop it when it's summoned anyways. I'm not sure how relevant that's going to be. There might be some circumstances where that's like more viable. But anyways, next up we have the Mini Boreal Dragon. So it's a Link 2 Dragon Link effect monster with 800 attack. The Link arrows are the middle left and middle right. So its Link materials are 2 Rokket monsters. It says you can only use the first effect with this card's name once per turn. The first effect says if this card is in your graveyard and a Boreal Link monster is on your field, you contribute 1 Link 3 or lower monster to special summon this card. If you do, this card cannot be used as Link material for a monster with the same number of Link arrows as the tributed monster. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that revolves around tributing. Like a lot of monsters, but you know, I was thinking it would be interesting if you had like Layer of Darkness tribute your opponent's stuff. That would be pretty good. Has to be, you could, yeah, it's just you just have to have a Boreal Link monster in your field. You contribute a level 1 Link 3 or lower monster. I mean, it might be difficult to utilize it in that deck, but it would be interesting to see someone be like, oh, tribute your opponent's monster and then get a Link monster. That's really cool, because you'd be using it kind of as like a stepping stone to that point. Cool ideas. Next up, though, we have the Boreal Boreal Reload. It's an equipped spell card that says you can only activate the first and second effects with this card's name once per turn each. The first effect says activate this card by targeting a Rokket monster in your graveyard and special summon. If you do, banish it. If this card leaves the field, also equip it to this card. If this card is sent to the graveyard because the equipped monster was destroyed, you can draw a card. Okay, it's like mediocre stuff. I mean, like being able to spell summon, obviously going straight into the stepping stones to make other things. Like I feel like the deck, it just has a lot of problems though. If anyone has like a good build, hey yo, send me in some replays of that deck because I haven't really seen it like pop off. But anyways, if you guys got YRP files, send them into AzneyesReplays@gmail.com. But anyways, next up we have another card. This is the Link Death Turret, or Link Turret. Anyways, continuous trap card for them. It says, when this card resolves, place 4 counters on this card. Each time you take battle damage, place 1 counter on this card. During your main phase 2, you can remove 1 counter from this card and target a Rokket monster in your graveyard. Spell summon has effects negated, but also banish it if it leaves the field. You cannot spell summon monsters from the extract during the turn you activate this effect except for Dark Link monsters. Now, again, this is the same problem with this deck. At the end of the day, it's too slow. I like that as soon as it resolves, you get to place 4 on the card, and then each time you take damage, you get to place another counter. It doesn't have a maximum amount. I don't know if there's some way where you can, like keep on crashing into... There are some loops, technically, in Yu-Gi-Oh! It doesn't have any restrictions as far as how many times you can use it. Maybe so you can remove... Yeah. It doesn't say you can only use the... Hold on. It does banish it, and you can only special summon monsters from... you can only go for Dark Link monsters. I want to say that there's probably someone's going to figure out something. Yo, if you figure out how to make this loop, because I know that there's a lot of combos. I think it was like Cactus Fight or something. But there's probably a way... Someone's going to be able to make it so you can keep on special summoning tokens, right? And then you can keep on like just doing some small amount of damage maybe to yourself. Add like 500 counters. Yeah, someone's gonna figure it out. But again, this is the same problem that the Rokket has as the entire archetype. It's like you get to do something during your end phase. This one is during main phase 2, a little bit better. But at the end of the day, if you're not gonna be able to go to battle phase and just finish off your opponent, well, good luck trying to be competitive in Yu-Gi-Oh. But anyways, next up, there's another Dragunity card. In fact, during recently, actually, I was playing a deck, and I played against the new Dragunity stuff. I believe this was a new card as well that got added around that time. But anyways, it's a new continuous trap card for Dragunities called Dragunity Drive. It's a continuous trap card that says you can only use the effect of this card's name once per turn. The first effect says you can activate one of the following effects. So you cannot special summon monsters except for Dragunity monsters during the turn in which you activate this. Okay. Just activate during your opponent's turn. Anyways, first effect says target 1 Dragunity monster in your spell and trap zone and special summon in defense position. The other effect says target 1 Dragunity monster you control, choose 1 Dragunity monster in graveyard and equip it to that target. Wow, that's actually really good. That's pretty nice. That'll actually work well with, of course, the new Dragunity, what is it? Dragunity Knight Harlan. You just start equipping stuff to it. And then also you can equip... does it say like a... Oops, hold on. Is it... It says target 1 Dragunity monster you control, choose 1 in your graveyard. Yeah, it doesn't say it has to be like a certain level because, well, this card... does it always get its effect? Or is it only... If this card is... hold on. I think you actually have to get that effect for it. But let's say you special summon it and then you use this card. Oh, hold on. This is getting some, like, a more high-level plays. So you would use this as another material for another monster that you would then summon. Then you use this as material, then you equip it to the other Dragunity that you make. I think that's like the appropriate play with it. Alright guys, and lastly we have some cards coming out in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. A lot of you guys were really hyped up about it, talking about it during the live stream. If you guys didn't know, Duel Links is kind of a different game than a regular Yu-Gi-Oh! So they don't really have like all of the cards. It is like a mobile game, but technically you can get it on Steam now. But anyways, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links Valiant Souls. So let's go ahead and check it out. So it's a new set. It's coming out, I guess, April 3rd. And let's go check out the ultra rares as well as the other rarities of cards. So first off, as ultra rares, there's Needle Sling, Dark World Dealings, Alternative Plasma Vice, Fires of Doomsday, Hardened Armed Dragon, Vision Hero, Witch Raider, Karakuri, Sazank, Eclipse Wyvern, that's a good card. Master Hero Anki, oh dude, Paleozoics, dude. Paleozoics, dude, I really dislike Paleozoics. Anyone else, like, just really dislike, it's just a totally awesome deck, let's be honest here. That's all the deck does. Anyways, As super rare, there's Blast with Chain, Different Dimension Master, Blade Edge, Fabled. Okay, that's kind of cool. I don't remember there being like any Fables last time I played. Mass Change. So this was like the big deal, I guess, that was getting announced. Amazon has Heirloom. They have the Hypa. Yugioh Attacker. Okay, I don't remember that card at all. Backup Rider as rare. They have Fiend, Skull, Dragon, Mad Dog, Darkness, Hyena, Wild Edge, Lurk. Gosh, these are like terrible. Diablos, King of the Abyss. So I guess they're good. I want to say this is like a really old support. Like what is the new one? This is like the Darkest Diablos. It looks like they're getting a lot more Fableds, but like there's no synchros, right, in Duel Links. I haven't played in a while, but at the same time, I don't remember there being any synchro monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. But Fighting Spirit, Goka, Vapor. So it looks like they're putting Heretics in there. Wow, dude, OTK is so easy. Well, thing is, if they have all of the cards, because there's no like a ton. There's a lot of missing cards. Looks like there's Yugiohs. Yugiohs are actually really legit, but again, the problem is that, like, do you have Yugioh gear? That's the question. Because I don't see Yugioh gear, and that's kind of an important Yugioh card. Maybe it's in the normal section over here. Looks like they have some. It looks like there's adding Amazons, Paleozoics. Obviously, there's a bunch of mask heroes, but like they're not like we need Dark Law, unless Dark Law is a normal rare card, which I really doubt. That would be like the ultra secret rare, and there's Gargano. That card's actually really good, but it's. First off, we're missing the Exceeds, and then on top of that, if we don't have Yugioh gear, or Yugioh armor, there's Amazon Spy, there's a bunch of Paleozoics, Face-Off, Spell Recycler, Herat Seal. There's a few. Oh, D-Boy! That's what I was waiting for. Why did it take so long to add D-Boys? Finally, Doom Donuts. I was like, why do they had so many like irrelevant cards in the game? But I mean, I don't remember. I think Doom Donuts like reduces some things attack, but overall, it's kind of mediocre because we don't. As far as I'm aware, Dark Law is not a thing. But if they do come out with Dark Law, I mean, that card, shoot, man, that card would be amazing. But I don't know. There's no Yugioh armor, right? I mean, there's time in armor. Yeah, there's no Yugioh armor unless they spell armor like wrong. I don't know. I feel like you need Yugioh. Yugioh armor is like so important to Yugiohs, but that might be too OP in Duel Links. But anyways, you guys can let me know your thoughts are on any of these cards. Do you guys think it's a good set? I still need to get. I'm still waiting to get 3 copies of Rush Recklessly for my Gladiator Beast deck. But dude, like the pull rates for some of these cards are just ridiculous. But I don't know. There's a few like okay cards. Like I said, like those Wyverns like good, but like it all comes down to like what's in the game. You know, like as good as Yugiohs would be in the game. Well, we're missing armor, and there's also the one that is it Accelerator. I don't think I saw a Yugioh. Oh, there is Yugioh Accelerator. Okay, there is Accelerator, which is a great card. But again, what are you going to use them for? Like, there's no link, or there's no link monsters, and there's no exceed monsters. So like, you kind of just stuck with the monster. But you know, if they come out with exceeds, if they come out with the other stuff, I think people will complain about the game getting to the point where it's regular Yu-Gi-Oh. And I think that's kind of like the goal of the game, anyways, because Yugiohs just on their own are pretty mediocre, but I don't know. There is like some like boss Yugioh monster. Maybe I'll have to reread and like maybe you can play the deck in a different way. But without the exceeds, Yugiohs are not nearly as strong. But anyways, those are the new Yu-Gi-Oh cards, guys. Let me know your thoughts are on any of the cards, and if you guys got any cool replays utilizing some of the new cards, especially the Rockets. I really wanted to see like a good Rocket player, but I just really haven't seen any. But send me some replay files. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it, and if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button for more Yu-Gi-Oh content.